Hello students, welcome back to your English grammar classes. So children, in the last video I had explained you chapter 2 of English grammar, that is countable and uncountable nouns. I explained you what is countable noun and what is uncountable noun. So the objects or the things or the nouns which we can count is said to be countable noun, and the objects or the nouns which cannot be counted, you have to use expression, then we can say it is uncountable noun. So now I start with exercise 1. So children, all of you take out your English grammar textbook. We'll start with exercise 1. Identify the nouns in the following sentences and see whether they are countable or uncountable noun. So children, you have to only pick out the nouns. After you pick out the nouns, see there below the exercise you have a table given. So below the exercise, the table which is given, in that table you have to classify it, whether it comes under countable or whether it comes under uncountable. Accordingly, you have to put it in that, write in that table. So we'll begin with the first sentence. Can I have a slice of bread? So here children, see the word, article that is being used over here, a. So I told you in the last video also, I explained you that if we have the article used a, beginning of the noun, that means it stands for 1. So here the noun is bread, but bread is uncountable noun. But due to the expression that is used, a slice of bread, a slice of bread. So it is a slice of bread. So that particularly a slice of bread will be uncountable noun. So you write in the table that is given below, a slice of bread. Moving on to the second sentence. Put these chocolates in the fridge. So underline with the pencil. You have two nouns here, chocolates and fridge. So you underline chocolates and fridge. So chocolate, can you count the chocolate? Yes. So it comes under countable noun. And fridge, you can count fridge. So it also comes under countable noun. Next one. How many languages do you know? See the word that is used over here, many. Many is used for countable and much is used for uncountable. So you can easily identify this. Languages comes under countable noun. Why? Because this here it's the word that is used is many. How many languages? So languages will be countable noun. Next one. I saw 4 people standing near a gate. So again we have two nouns over here, people and gate. So children, here the word 4, it's mentioned here, the number is given 4. As we have here 4 people, that means the people comes under countable noun, and gate is the name of a thing. So again gate comes, you can count the gate. So it comes under countable noun. Next one. Please give me some money. See the word that is used here, some. So the word money, the noun money is uncountable. Please give me some money. So money will be uncountable noun. Next one. How much flour I need to bake a cake? So flour. See the word that is used before this noun, much. Much stands for uncountable noun. So flour is uncountable noun, and see here a cake. So cake comes under countable noun. Next one. Knowledge is a precious thing. Knowledge is abstract noun, children. So abstract, we cannot count knowledge, isn't it? So it comes under uncountable noun. Next one. All the friends went to watch the match. So the word friends comes under countable noun. Next one. Please do not park your car here. So please do not park your car here. Here the noun is car. So car comes under countable noun. And the last one, submit your assignment in a file. So here we have the noun is assignment and file. So assignment, you can count how many assignments you are getting. So assignment, countable noun. A file, again file is also a countable noun. So moving on, now see this table which I have given you below. You can copy this table, children. So you have countable nouns, you have uncountable nouns. Two boxes. Chocolate, chocolates, fridge, languages, people, friends, car, assignment, file. These comes under countable noun. Next one is uncountable noun. Money, flow, knowledge. So these comes under uncountable noun. So I hope children you all have understood exercise 1. Now moving on to exercise 2. So children, here you have fill in the blanks with appropriate quantity or unit words for the uncountable nouns given below. So see, look here children. Here these all things come under uncountable noun. Milk, oil, wood, soap, then bread. But the expressions that we are using over here, because of these expressions, we can use those words and comes under countable noun. A dash of paper. So what will be the answer? Help box. In the help box you will find the answers being given. So from the help box you have to choose the correct answer. Correct word. A sheet of paper. Then 2 dash of milk. 2 liters of milk. 4 dash of oil. Bottles. A dash of wood. Plank of wood. A dash of soap. A cake of soap, or you can say bar of soap. 10 dash of wheat, 10 kilos of wheat. A dash of furniture, you can't count furniture, but if I mention this, if I use this expression, a piece of furniture, then it comes under countable noun. A dash of bread, a slice of bread. So have you all written this, children? Understood? Okay. Now moving on to exercise 3. Now look here children. You have the sentences are given, but you have to rewrite those sentences and use it in the correct way. Or you can say to correct the sentences. There are some mistakes in the sentence, so you have to correct them. First one. There is too few coffee in the cup. So this word that is used before the noun, few. Is this correct? Do we say few coffee, few tea? No. So the expression, the word that used is here, it's wrong. What will be the correct sentence, children? There is some coffee in the cup. We use the word some. Instead of few, we use the word some. So the correct sentence will be, there is some coffee in the cup. Got it, children? Second one. How much boys have failed? Here the word boy is a noun. Boy comes under countable noun. But the word that is used over here before this noun, much, it's wrong. You use before countable noun, we use the word many. So how many boys have failed? Interrogative sentence. So you have put here, you have to put question mark. Understood this sentence, children? Moving on to the next one. The teacher has lots of knowledges. So the correct sentence will be, see, lots, we don't, whenever you put S for lots, and knowledges. Knowledge is a word that is neither singular nor plural. So we use the correct word, we have only the word knowledge, we don't require S. So we can say, the teacher has a lot of knowledge. Why we are using here a? Because it's considered as a singular noun. So the teacher has a lot of knowledge. Next one. There is many rice in my bowl. Now rice, this noun rice comes under countable or uncountable? Yes, it comes under uncountable noun. If this word, this noun comes under uncountable noun, इसके पहला वाला word देखो क्या लगाया हमने यहाँ पर, many. Is it correct? No. Before uncountable noun, we use the word much. There is much rice in my bowl. So the correct sentence will be, there is much rice in my bowl. Next one. The builder has a little bricks. Little stands for something liquid, explain what we are talking about. But here little is the wrong word that has been used. So you have to correct the sentence, and what you are going to write? The builder has a few bricks. Few bricks. Okay children? Next one. Do we have much spoons? Again, spoon is a countable noun. So we won't use the word much before spoon. Do we have any spoon? It's an interrogative form. Next one. I don't think he eats a few bread. Eats a few bread. This is wrong. So, I don't think he eats bread. A few stands for countable noun. But your bread is what? Uncountable noun. So, we use the correct sentence, that is, I don't think he eats bread. Understood children? The last sentence. Did Aman have many choice? Again, see this noun, Aman. Aman is a singular noun. When Aman is a singular noun, the word that is written over here is have. Along with singular, we don't use have. We have to use singular word. So, did Aman has many? Stands for uncountable. Sorry, many stands for countable. So, did Aman has any choice? Is that clear children? So, I hope you all have understood all the three exercises children. So, again I tell you, here these exercises you have to write it in your textbook only. You don't have to write it in your notebook. You just write it down in your textbook. So children, your homework for today is, you have to write the exercises in textbook itself. So whatever exercise I have explained you, I am going to send the PDF of the exercise. So you have to copy those exercises in the textbook. So all of you, bye. Take care. God bless you all.